Good day, learners! Welcome to GE 102 Geometric Geodesy class. This is Sir Arn, your instructor for this course. Before we are going to start our classes, let me have first the class orientation. This is for you to become oriented in the class policies and for the course outline. For the authors and contributors, this material was prepared and contributed by yours truly. And for the copyright notice, it is important that the PowerPoint file shall never be distributed to other parties. Only a PDF file shall be distributed to the students of this course only. The distribution of this PDF to other parties except the students should have prior permission or authorization of authors and contributors, and of course, for the Department of Geodetic Engineering of Caraga State University. Let's go now to the course description and details. Geometric Geodesy covers the topic of Introduction to Geodesy, its history, the branches and development, geometry of reference ellipsoids, computations of geodetic positions, reduction of measurements to the ellipsoid, reference systems and reference frames, geodetic datum and datum transformation. This course consists of 3 units, and these 3 units is full lecture. This means to say, we have allotted 3 hours for you every week. For the course outcomes, expectedly, upon the completion of this course, you, the student, must have explained the concept of geodesy and differentiate the different branches and their interrelationship, including its importance and application in geodetic engineering profession. Explain the concepts, principles, and techniques of geometric geodesy and its application in geodetic engineering. Explain the fundamental properties of a reference ellipsoid, its geometry and formulation. You're going to explain the use of and importance of datum, reference frames, and the reference systems. Identify the different coordinate system based on the different models of the Earth. Solve computational problems related to accurate position determination, reduction of measurements, and coordinate transformation. Identify and experiment on several reference ellipsoids, geodetic datums that are relevant to the practice of geodetic engineering. For the course outline, first topic is we are going to discuss about the introduction to geodesy. That consists of Introduction to Geodesy, its history, the branches and development. The definition of geodesy, the problems in geodesy, the branches and subdivisions in geodesy, the historical development of geodesy that consists of spherical Earth model, the ellipsoidal Earth model, and the geoid. Lastly, we are going to discuss the impacts and application of geodesy. For topic 2, we are going to discuss the reference ellipsoid as a geodetic Earth model that consists of subtopics, namely the rotational ellipsoid as a geometric figure of the Earth, ellipsoids adapted by different countries, parameters and rotational ellipsoid, brief review of the fundamental properties of the ellipse, and for the parts of the ellipsoid. The part 3, which has 2 parts. Part 3 is all about geodetic positions and measurements in the reference ellipsoid. For part 1, we are going to discuss about the X, Y, and Z Cartesian coordinate systems, the geodetic coordinate systems, the geocentric coordinate system, the meridian ellipse and parametric or reduced coordinate system, relationship between those various latitude that was mentioned above. For part 2, we are going to discuss about space rectangular coordinates, the radii of curvature on the ellipsoid, length of parallel arc, radii of spherical approximation to the Earth or mean radius of the Earth as a sphere, curves on the surface of the ellipsoid, and the geodesic curve. Lastly, we are going to discuss geometric reduction and measure directions or azimuth. For topic 4, we're going to discuss about reference systems and reference frames. We're going to discuss the subtopic about a reference system versus reference frames, the celestial reference system, the gravity field related reference systems, the terrestrial reference systems, including the International Terrestrial Reference System or ITRF, the Philippine Reference System of 1992. The part 5 will be talking about geodetic datum and datum transformation. It consists of 2 parts. In part 1, we are going to discuss the definition and properties of geodetic datums, the interrelationship of geodetic datum, reference system, and reference frames, the commonly used geodetic datum and reference systems, the Luzon 1911 datum and the PRS 92, and lastly, the World Geodetic System of 1984 or WGS 84. In part 2, we are going to discuss about the datum transformation methods, transformation from WGS 84 to PRS 92, and vice versa. And that's it for the topic of this course. And now, I'm going to give you the textbook and references for these courses. We have Torge, Rapp, Visavilla, G. Kelly, DENR, and the US Department of Commerce. All are downloadables with this URL. So, pwede na ninyo siya i-download through this website. You can visit also with these online references. Also, we have useful videos for you to watch. You may visit youtube.com and search for these following topics: the impacts of geodesy, the fundamentals of geodesy, geodetic surfaces, and datums. So much for the introduction of the course. And now, let's go to the new normal mode of instruction. I assumed that all of you are oriented about the CSU Learning Management System, and this is the interface of our subject, the Geometric Geodesy. For my class policies, attendance, of course. Kay online man ta, attendance will not be checked. All you need to do is to participate on the Moodle, especially on the forums and question and answers, etc. Check always on your Moodle account for the course update. Speaking of deadlines, you are given enough time to comply every course requirements. For example, I have given you 5 days to take the quiz. Be sure that within that 5 days, you can take the quiz, or else you get a 0 for that quiz. Submit your course requirements on the set deadlines in the Moodle. And of course, late submission will not be tolerated. Remember that those course requirements that I am going to require you are only the basis of your grades at the end of the semester. For grades, INC is given to a student whose class standing throughout the semester is passing but fails to appear for a final examination or complete all requirements for a course due to a valid reason. And a grade of 4, conditional failure, is given to a student whose general average is below 60 to 55%. A grade of 4 can be removed through a removal exam given by the instructor, which must be taken before the deadline of the submission of your grades. A grade of 3 will be given to a student who passed the removal exam. Otherwise, a grade of 5 will be given. So sir, wala may 4 nga grado. So again, ihatag na siya for conditional failure. You are given last chance, which is the removal exam. And again, we, the faculty members of Caraga State University, will not tolerate academic dishonesty. Plagiarism will also not be tolerated, and any student who has been found to have participated in any academic dishonesty will receive 5 grade in your course and may be subject to further disciplinary action. These are the list of the academic dishonesty from the Student Code of Conduct. First is academic fraud, pagpanglimbong, copying or allowing one's work to be copied, fabrication or falsification, sabotage, and lastly, substitution or example, taking an exam for someone else. And I'm going to remind you the teacher-student rules. So these are my expected rules and responsibilities. First is to teach you the lessons and to make sure that you have understood, motivate the students like you, provide learning materials such as this one, guide you during the conduct of online class activities including laboratory exercises, provide consultation hours, and my consultation hours will be flashed on the last slide of this material. Conduct, implement various measures to test your knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation of the topics that we have been discussed, such as quizzes, oral recitation, seat works, reports, exam, and etc. And lastly, I'm going to keep accurate records of your performance. And these are your rules and responsibilities. This is very important. First is study well and perform to the best of your ability. Submit all the course requirements in a timely manner. And lastly, to learn what is required. In terms of classes, Caraga State University still abide and implements no face-to-face classes. It means to say that all classes should be done online, like online lecture, online quiz, online assignment, online submission of activities, and etc. For our laboratory exercises, it should be done after all the lectures, except for those laboratory that can be done at home. We will still wait for the instruction from the Caraga State University if the face-to-face classes is okay and will be pursued. For my announcement, I have allotted announcement tab in the Moodle. There, you can see the course announcement. For example, this one, I have posted it last September 3, 2020. So from time to time, you are going to visit your Moodle account in GE102 so that you will be updated for the announcements. Also, you can visit at my Facebook page for Moodle updates and course announcement, Department of Geodetic Engineering updates, course queries, and etc. So diri ko mag-post if ever nag-post na ko sa Moodle o activity or na ako i-update sa Moodle. So para ang tanan is maka-access. And also, this serve as a consultation for all your concern. So please free to message this page for all your queries or kung naamoy mga pangutana, mga kalibugan sa course or naamoy kalisdan or any queries about the department, so pwede kaayo siya. So these are the grading system. We have 60% for major examination that consists of 30% of midterm exam and 30% for the final exam, 25% for the quizzes and assignments, and 15% for the long quiz and topic quiz, a total of 100%. Please take note that this grading system will be changed from time to time due to the current situation that we are experiencing right now. Please stay tuned to my announcement regarding the changes of this grading system. And for transmutation table, it's all the same from the previous semesters. Still, the passing is 60%. For my consultation, it will be done through my Facebook page. Pwede mo mag-message dito if nag-lisod mo sa topic or wala mo ka-catch up dayon. So, just beep me and I'm going to respond. Again, if you have questions and queries, you can freely message me through my Facebook page, Engineer Arnaldo Gagula, to cater your questions and concern. Keep safe everyone, and see you in our next video.